You have this belief in some sort of greater good that's going to play a role. I don't. Where do you get this from? I want this in my, I don't have it. So please tell me, where does this come from in you? Explain this to me.
Well, I'll say right now, Jesus, reveal yourself to Jillian as only you can. And you're such a good, good God to do that. And God the Father, he is a good papa. He loves you, and he wants to reveal himself to you. And you just invited him to, so I believe that he will. So I know that for myself, I wouldn't be alive today, literally, if it wasn't for God, for Jesus and his goodness. And I was radically saved at 18 years old. I had a pager on at the time. I was dealing drugs. It was mostly weed, but it would be crank or mushrooms or acid if it came through. I had friends that had gotten put in juvie and had gotten hurt, and I probably could have I definitely could have gotten a lot more trouble than I did. And at 18 years old, I had a girlfriend, and her mom was supposed to be gone all night. It was a Saturday night. And I was over at her house, and I had a bottle of wine with me, and I just got there. It was probably 11 or something at night, and her mom comes home unexpectedly. Now, her mom was very protective, single parent, only daughter is the girl that I'm dating. And she had saw Jennifer's boyfriend before me in Jennifer's bedroom in the middle of the day and went off. Just get out of my daughter's room. You got no business ever being in my daughter's bedroom. Get out of there. So that was a boyfriend before me. So I've been dating Jennifer, I think, for about 6 to 8 months at this point. And her mom comes home. She was at a church retreat, was supposed to be there all weekend and not come home till Sunday. Her mom said she felt like God told her to come home, go home. So she gets home, and she got home at the right time because we weren't doing anything yet. Again, this is BC, right? We were about to get busy. But she comes home.
Sorry.
She comes home, and we hear her come through the front door. And we hear her say, Jennifer, and we're just thinking, uh-oh. No time for me to get out. Okay. No time for me to go anywhere. So I'm just laying there. We're both laying there in her bed, and she opens the door. And she says, what's going on? And Jennifer said, we're just hanging out. And then her mom says, was he staying the night? Like, we don't know where this grace is coming from. Obviously, we know now, but Jennifer says, yeah, he was going to. And then her mom says, well, are we at least going to go to church in the morning? And I'm waiting for a pot, a pan, a knife, a gun, something. She's calling the police, and she hasn't done it yet. I'm waiting for something. And so when she says, are we going to church tomorrow? I think my grandpa is a pastor. I hadn't been going to church, but my grandpa was a Church of God in Christ, black, get down, gospel pastor. He had been a pastor for, at that point, 40 years. But I said, my grandpa's a pastor. We can go to my grandpa's church. Kind of like, hint, hint, don't kill me. My grandpa's a pastor. And her mom says, okay. And she shut the door and let me stay the night. And the next day was very different. I used to wake and bake. I used to wake up and just smoke weed and start drinking, 40. Again, this is in the 90s. And that day was different. I woke up. I didn't drink anything. I didn't smoke anything. Her mom made us breakfast. And then we went to church. And we go to my grandpa's church. And again, full gospel, black church, probably about 100 people, 150 people, small church. And they would start out with, the worship team is singing a song, gospel hymn, and then somebody in the audience would stand up and they would testify. They would say what God was doing in their life, how he answered a prayer, how God came through. And then the choir would start praising God, and the people would start praising God, and the choir would start singing again. And the next person would stand up and they would testify as to what God was doing in their life. And this kept happening. Now, again, my pager's on. It would normally go off 50 to 100 times a day. It didn't matter the day. Nobody knew I was at church. My pager had been silent all day. Like, that was a miracle in and of itself. So I keep seeing everybody stand up one at a time and testify as to what God was doing in their life. And Jillian, it hit me. All these people can't be insane. They're all giving credit to God doing something in their life. And here I'm missing out. And not only am I missing out, I'm doing the devil's business. I got a pager on. I'm selling weed and drugs and other things. And so all at once, it just hit me. I needed God in my life.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the podcast, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And make sure to let me know what guests you want to see on in the future.